Welcome back inside the Student Activity Center here in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. My name is Parker Morrison, alongside my co-caster,
Lincoln Dodds.
And we got the rivalry of the ages here for you. Central Michigan, Western Michigan are ready to tip off in the game of Rocket League. Now, Western sits, as to our latest knowledge, according to the scoreboard, 1-7 on the season. CMU sitting at 7-4. So definitely opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to the leaderboard. CMU coming off quite the heater against Stony Brook and Old Dominion, a team that on paper CMU was not expected to win. However, they gave them their first loss of their campaign this year. Western coming off not so good of a record, as we mentioned, to our latest knowledge. We apologize if it is incorrect. However, it is 1-7 as our records show. So again, opposite ends of the spectrum. What are you looking to see in this game from Western, and what are you looking to see from CMU?
I think we're going to look at it, trying to continue the record we got from last week. Obviously, they went 2-0 on Monday, which is something that was not really expected of them. Obviously, they gave ODU their first loss of the year. They were very successful in that. I think Western Michigan maybe trying to get a little bit of a boost before everybody goes into playoffs here, as playoffs do begin here in the next couple of weeks. In rivalry games like this, though, it's important to keep a cool head, try to play like how you want to play. It's important. CMU's always struggled. If we try to play the other team's game, we always struggle as a team, especially putting away those early games. But if CMU plays their own game, I'm sure they can pull out a win here.
Well, we're going to head to the pitch now, and we're underway. Ball is in. Crowbar, Tempo, and Taco Bay for the Broncos. Golden Icy, Blair's, and Trio, the usual three for the Chippewas, as Blair's sits one home. Literally 10 seconds into this matchup, CMU's got the lead. Trio in the corner there. Golden Icy with the fake. Blair's just puts it right over Tempo, and bad positioning sends the Broncos down 1-0.
That is not a mistake you can make. Once again, we saw him sitting in that front post. Maybe where he was supposed to be, didn't quite predict. I think he was trying to play Golden Icy there with the fake, completely fooled him. As we see Golden Icy here get another opportunity, he's going to drop it down. Trio a little bit late there, as we see Blair is going to tap it in the middle for another one in the mid for another cross. We do see Trio. He's going to come back. He's not able to get to it, as Crowbar gets a very long goal there, making it 1-1 as a tie here early in the game. Just under 30 seconds played here in Game 1.
Well, it looked like Taco Bay went for it, accidentally whiffed, maybe hit the fake on that one. CMU wasn't expecting that one. Crowbar sends it the length of the field, tying it up 1-1. Tempo in the right corner now. He'll collect that 100 boost, center mid. Denied by Golden Icy. He'll send it left corner. Again, taken away by Crowbar. Center now for the Broncos. Picked up by Taco Bay in the right corner. Boers fakes that one out. Trio needs to collect here. And a bump on Taco Bay keeps that one out of the Chippewas net. We're still 1-1.
You saw Taco Bay try to take out the goalkeeper there of CMU. If they can mess with the defense. Now we do see a good shot there by Tempo. Just getting in the way of that counterattack, getting that one touch they need. And CMU is left watching as all three of them were moving into attacking positions, trying to switch the momentum. They are not able to get to it, and that is going to be Western 2, CMU 1, with just under a minute played here in game number 1.
The defense for the Chippewas looking absolutely lackluster. These teams sit at opposite ends of their leaderboard, but anything can happen. Saved by Tempo there on the shot from Trio.
Seeing absolutely immense amounts of offensive gameplay. There's not a ton of defense happening from either team. Obviously, Western has a very good saves here, but no really good sustained defense. They do get another tap there as Trio's left 1v1 in the back. He is going to get that easy clearance out of the back. Apparently not. It's going to get deflected by, I believe that was Taco Bay. As you see Boers here try to take off. Golden Icy is going to intercept to try to redirect there. A very nice shot. Saved there by Crowbar off the crossbar. You see Taco Bay trying to form something going forward. Unable to do so as Boers come back the other way. It's a very, very sporadic game.
Well, here we go. Trio with the bump. No! That one stays out at the bumper of Crowbar. That one almost a passing play from the Chippewas. And that stays out of the net. We'll stay 2-1, 3:14 left to go. CMU clearing the zone here, trying to get something going offensively, but the Broncos just not letting that happen right now.
Yeah, CMU's struggling. They're trying to play that middle ball. Obviously, we see it's a good shot there by Trio, deflected off by Crowbar. He gets Golden Icy there with a double tap, does get the finish. All three Western defenders looking at that first one. I actually saw two of them dive, and then Golden Icy is there. Trio gets a little bit of a bump on the third man.
That was Taco Bay, yeah. When you're bumped on the top of the crossbar, there's not a whole lot you can do. I think Taco Bay went up and around, tried to get that flip off the top of the goal. Didn't get it to go because Trio was there to bump him. Centering feed. Trio can't put that one home. Golden Icy to recollect. Yeah, Crowbar now with it. Golden Icy to Trio. Buers fakes that shot. Trio has an opportunity. He'll send it far left corner. Golden Icy with the opportunity. That goes in. 3-2. Chippewas lead.
That is the clinical finish we've seen out of him. He's so successful in the areas where not every player can hit that shot, and he certainly can. He's one of the few players you've seen. The rest of the CMU team and a lot of the other teams that we've played are not good at those redirecting shots. That is one of Golden Icy's specialties, as he is able to make it 3-2 in the Chippewas' favor here as we approach midpoint in this game one.
With 7 boosts nonetheless. His Trio's got another opportunity. Golden Icy's going to try to put it back. That's off the backboard. Where's the finish? He does. 4-2. And that's 2 goals in a short 10 seconds for the Chippewas.
We see Boers come out of nowhere here, just completely beats Tempo. Oh, Tempo does get a little bit of a tap there, but Boers is just a little bit faster, getting that tap in and making it 4-2 to CMU, which is it's a very solid score for them in game number 1. We're going to see if they try to go again here with Boers off the back. Trio tries to copy what Boers did on the last one with the comeback, but he's unable to quite get to it. As we see CMU try to dig in here a little bit as the counterattack is approaching.
Yeah, CMU now getting a lot of offensive pressure. Definitely a very different play style than we saw in the beginning of this matchup. And now with 2 minutes left to go, CMU putting their foot on the pedal offensively, but the Broncos not giving up. Here's a chance from Tempo. That one cleared out of the zone by Trio. Now to Taco Bay. He whiffs on that attempt. Broncos struggling on the boost standpoint. Golden Icy in the left corner now.
Trio gets that demo in the midfield. That's going to be very effective. Boers gets another demo on the mid space. It's going to force a Western defender to be able to defend here very effectively because he's at 18 boost. See Boers here with the tap. Trio tries to get a shot on goal. He's unable to. Golden Icy is going to go for a center here as he drops into the middle. Boers off the back just completely pops out of nowhere. It's his second goal like that of the game. As you see here, Golden Icy with a brilliant cross, and then Boers could not been positioned any better to get that finish.
Right over Crowbar's bumper, and I think he had ball cam on in that scenario, so you're not going to see Boers creeping up behind you. Great play by the Chippewas to send the lead up by 3. A bump off there. Golden Icy's got an opportunity. That one denied by Crowbar. Trio's there to recollect. Does he have an opportunity? He does. He's going to dribble that one. Flip reset. He doesn't get it to go. Where's the bump? Tries to center it. He's got another chance. CMU has the ball sitting right in front of the net, and they keep hemming them in their zone. Tempo with the save now. Western has to have at least 5 saves on just this game alone.
In the last 10-20 seconds, they have been playing raw defense. As we see Trio here with another opportunity, trying to chip it in the middle. He gets the double for a beautiful goal from him. As we see here, Golden Icy taps it down. Trio gets the first tap, and then the flip reset allows him to get that second. A brilliant finish for him as we have just entered the final minute of game 1. It is 6-2. It would be evident that CMU may have taken this first game, though we have seen stranger things happen as Golden Icy looking here to make it 7-2 in this game number 1.
Well, I was going to break down the last goal there, Lincoln, and then Golden Icy beat me to it with yet another one. And that's just a beautiful finish from Golden Icy there to get the pass from his teammate, send it straight into the net. 7-2, 52 seconds left to go. And this is a dominating offensive performance from the Chippewas. They looked a little lackluster in the beginning, but now they look to be stepping it up, and they don't really need to play a lot of defense in a scenario where they're winning by so much. Golden Icy will send it home. Trio looks for the fake block there. 8-2, CMU leads by 6 in a dominating performance over the Broncos.
This game 1 is already pretty much decided. We see there CMU had more than enough people to spare. They obviously had Trio in the middle of the goal. 2 of the CMU attackers beat them back. We've seen them been so effective against these, not to say weaker teams, but these less technical teams, and just beating them to the ball and being so much faster than them in these attacking spaces and in the transition. As we see Trio here playing 1v2 for a short time, Boers and Golden Icy both coming back very quickly. They are going to get a shot on goal off the crossbar. Golden Icy with a very nice save, getting it out of the bottom of the net off the crossbar. Golden Icy here, seeing if he makes him happen, leaves it for Trio.
Oh, and that's an open net. Trio can't get back in time. He's flipping as fast as he can. And that one is going to hit the ceiling, drop down. Tempo's going to collect on the left wall. Trio to send it mid for Boers. He does. Little pass back and forth as Taco Bay collects it. And Trio wanted another one there, tried to get in time, but 8-2 the final score of game one. What a dominating victory for the Chippewas. 4 goals from Golden Icy, a hat trick from Blair's. Trio picks up one himself, and Western Michigan only picking up 2 goals there in total.
A truly stifling performance from CMU. They held them so well on defense, just keeping them. Obviously, both the goals came on transition moments. Those goals are just sort of things that are going to happen in 3v3. You can't afford to isolate isolate a guy straight back all the time, like we've seen certain teams do. But they don't want to sacrifice that offense, so these transition goals are going to happen. But obviously, we saw it here that 8-2 is what they want to do. Their goal is to outscore the other team. They're not necessarily going to get clean sheets all the time. They're not necessarily going to have 0 goals against, but their goal is to have 6, 7 goals for, and so it doesn't really matter anyway.
Well, that really boils down to the shot department. Look at those shots, 16-3 in favor of the Chippewas. You put 16 shots on net, you better hope that 8 of them go in, and that's a dominating performance from the Chippewas in just game number 1. So as we get set for game number 2 of this best-of-5 series, CMU only needs 3 games to win. They're going to look for the sweep on the Broncos as we are set. Ball is set, 33 boost apiece, and we're underway for game number 2 as kickoff goes in favor of the Chippewas. Trio with a flick. He's got a double tap opportunity. Golden Icy off the backboard now. Tempo tried to clear it. Still in front of the net. That might drop in. No, it doesn't. Trio to finish. He does. 1-0. Literally 13 seconds in. And CMU already leads.
We saw like a shock tactic there as all 3 CMU players all rushed right away, trying to put up as many shots. I think we saw 4 shots there before the final goal actually happened. All over Western Michigan here in the early stages. Just 13 seconds is all it took for that first goal. As we see CMU dominate kickoff here again, and he is going to drop it in for another shot possibly. He doesn't quite get it. Trio is going to get another shot on goal. It just can't quite break through the 3 back of Western Michigan here as we approach 30 seconds in.
Great bump there from Golden Icy to deny the champ from Taco Bay on the rush. Western trying to put it back in. They do. Trio's going to have to recollect himself. He's got literally 1 boost. Taco Bay on the 50 loses that one to Trio, but this is the first real chance that Western Michigan has had so far. It's immediately denied by the Chippewas back in the Western Michigan zone, and Trio with 0 boost clears it right back out.
We are going to see Golden Icy attempt to do a little bit of attack here. We're seeing that sporadic gameplay. We're going to see which way it goes, but Taco Bay is alone back there. We are going to see both. He tries to fake them both. But it looks like he's probably going to get the second goal as we see Trio there go for the fake, completely beats both here as we see it right there. Leaves an open shot there for Boyers. Well, not quite open, but as close as you can get to open at this sort of stage, how they were set up for a very easy finish for a guy of Boyers' category. It will be 2-0 CMU as in the first minute of this game as we see the kickoff go neutral here with Western Michigan on their first real attack of the game. Trio's going to get an early clear here off the Boyers. Boyers is going to be attacking here with quite vigor. We see Golden Icy drops in. It does get denied there, I believe, by Tempo. We're seeing a possible attack here by Crowbar. Not quite going to get it as it goes to the corner. This Western Michigan attack seems a little bit disorganized. They're not quite moving as well as we've seen other teams move because these clearances have been very good for CMU, and they're just struggling to organize and sort of form that rotation that you want to see in great offensive teams.
Boyers is in the corner now. He's going to pop that up on an aerial. He gets his flip reset. And actually, no, he doesn't. He lost that flip. Golden Icy on the left side. Open net over Taco Bay. Can't finish. Neither can Trio. That's off the backboard. 0 boost. Past Taco Bay. He scores. 3-0. 2:59 left to go. And what a play from Trio. Tries to set it back up for his teammate, and he does. Knows he can't get that angle, so he'll pop it off the right side post. Golden Icy with 0 boost finishes for the Chippewas.
Not the cleanest goal in the world, but it did go in. We saw 3 concurrent shots, 2 off the post. Not something that you really want to see with a team that's about to go into playoffs, but it's a goal. It secures them a 3-0 lead, which is dominating it with just under a minute. We are going to see Golden Icy go on the attack here. He's so effective with these 1v1s. He does get just denied as he attempts to feint Tempo. We are going to see a shot at here out of Boyers flying out of the backfield. A beautiful shot here. We see Taco Bay get the clearance. Trio gets a little bit of a feint there. Boers is coming around. We saw that circular rotation that's so effective. That is exactly why you want to do it, because you always have a guy there in case you want to feint, in case you want to dodge something. It is the clear way to do it, as we see a little bit of
fake kickoff here. Yeah, Boers back and forth. Trio centered ice. No, Cold and Icy's going to be there. Now Boers and Trio down the left side. Trio with 0 boost. He's going to get this one past Taco Bay, but again, it's going to result in a clearance. CMU leads 4-0 right now as Western Michigan hits a shot on goal. Boers denies it. Trio clears it all the way down the length. It might actually roll in. It does. 5-0, and this is another dominating performance from the Chippewas.
I'm not sure if Trio knew exactly what he was trying to do there. Maybe he was trying to set up. Obviously, they had Cold and Icy on that back post. Maybe that's what he was trying to go for. But a goal is a goal here with a full-length goal for him. A very nice finish. And it is turning into something of a rout here with a 5-0 score
that's going to drop right in front of
We're
the
going
net.
to see Cold and Icy. I mean, Boers, apologies. He does just miss it. We are going to see Trio here. Maybe on the recovery. He's going to try to tip it up on the pinch. He isn't quite able to get it as he's going to try to drop it. The Western Michigan attack is just without teeth right now as CMU is forming those layers upon layers you want to see in a good defensive team. As we see it drop to the middle, they're putting it in such dangerous spaces here, right on that 18 in the top of the goal. It is something you really don't want to see. So you see Taco Bay trying to just barely get a clearance. Cold and Icy, he's going to try to tip it up. Not quite, as we see Tempo here trying to go on the offense. He does have Taco Bay at the top of the net. He is going to try. He's not able to quite get it here. With the approach of the last minute, you're going to see a little bit of desperation attack. Western really needs to get a goal here to try to keep this series alive and form any semblance of possibly making a comeback.
Yeah, Taco Bay's going to be on the left wall here. He tries to center, and Cold and Icy's there to take it out of the way. Boers pinches against the wall on the right side. Pinches again. Centers that one for the Chippewas. Gives Trio a little bump on the way. Gives him a little extra boost. That one's going to be centered for Western Michigan. Their first shot opportunity denied by Cold and Icy. Great play by the Chippewas as he'll also get the clearance. And back and forth play style for this last couple 30 seconds of the game.
You see the comms there. The chemistry is fully formed. I think Cold and Icy realized that neither of his teammates had boost. As we see Cold and Icy here gonna come in. He has Tree at the top of the key. He does, knocking it off. One of Western Michigan's one of defenders. I'm not sure. It probably was gonna go in anyway, but
yeah, unfortunate luck for the Broncos. His Trio was just definitely centering, or he was getting that ball in the back of the net no matter what, and that one goes to an own goal from the Western Michigan defender. Cold and Icy wins that kickoff. They might have another opportunity. Boers off the backboard, Trio to finish, and that goes far left. An almost 7-0 lead for the Chippewas, but they still sit 6-0. And at this point, Western Michigan just trying to do some damage control as this is an absolute blowout. They might have their first, and denied by Trio off the demo, cleared by Cold and Icy. And here come the Chippewas on the last push of the game. Boers centers it for Trio. He might have it in. He does. 7-0 Central with the shutout in game number 2.
that is just never something you want to see happen from Western Michigan as they are scored 7 against. Trio, Boers, Cold and Icy just completely routed them, dominated them in nearly every facet of the game in game 2. We see Trio here with 4 goals as well as 6 shots. Just he's a complete goal. We also see Cold and Icy here with a goal as well as Boers with 2. This was just a dominating performance. As you see, Western Michigan only had 5 total shots to CMU's 11. Once again, the shooting race just not even really fair. And Western Michigan only real opportunities were either had a very nice breakup at the very end or were just disrupted or just fell apart in certain ways for them. Trio
picking up 4 on that one, Cold and Icy with his own, and Boers picking up 2. That's just another dominating performance from the Chippewas. 2 of those goals came at the hands of a Western Michigan defender, and those will count as own goals for him. And that last shot by Trio, you could tell he really wanted it on the last rush. He got it to go off of, I believe that was Tempo's top of his Fennec. We'll head to game number 3. Chippewas need to win this one to send the Broncos home packing and the rivalry to end. And Western Michigan needs every single game from here on out if they want to win this best-of-5 series. So everyone, back to the pitch, 33 boost apiece, and we are ready and set for game number 3 of this best-of-5. Ball is underway.
CMU is going to win kickoff here again as Boeres is going to fly into the corner. It looks like they're trying to get an early goal. Trio will. No, cold and icy will as Trio just gets a double bounce off the back.
Look at this play. Just a bad miss by every single Western Michigan player. One of them whiffs in the beginning, and then 2 go for the double commit, and both somehow missed that ball as CMU, within 8 seconds of kickoff, have scored yet again. Trio pops this one up. He's going to try to go under crowbar. Almost gets it to go. And it seems like every time Western Michigan has an opportunity, a Chippewa is back, deflects it, clears the zone, and they get another rush forming as Trio is going to be battling 2 Broncos here and still somehow coming away with the ball. Here's Boeres off the pinch. That one's going to drop down for Trio. Trio might have it. Oh, that would have been a beautiful play for the Chippewas.
We are going to see just a complete dominance in the offensive end. As we mentioned, as we saw there, Trio came out for the 2v1 and somehow beat them both, maintaining possession for CMU. As we see Trio knock out the middle, the goalkeeper's gone, so it should be an easy route. Trio gets the fruits of his labor there after the demo with a very, very simple finish here. As we saw right there, Trio gets the demo, immediate turnaround, and he is there. Cold and Icy was even there. Every single one of the any of the CMU players could have finished that. It was quite a, I don't even know how to say this, quite a terrible defensive effort there from Western Michigan.
Yeah, that's an understatement. CMU in that goal had a combined 12 boosts and still managed to get it past every Western Michigan defender and put that one home to lead 2-1. It's going to drop right in front of the net. Crowbar misses. Cold and Icy does not do the same. 3-0 Chippewas lead, and a great pass right off the backboard. Sees Cold and Icy on the finish right over Taco Bay's front bumper.
And all got set up by that just missed clearance by Tempo, putting it in such a dangerous position, something you cannot do with players that are as high a rank as CMU is. As we see here again, Western Michigan struggling to get it into the CMU end here, as we're seeing Taco Bay try to push it forward, try to sort of do damage control here in this game 3. If they lose it, it will send them home. As we see a little bit of a pass there. Goes awry though as Trio is there to break it up. Trio gets the knock as Cold and Icy. He does lose it as we're going to see a shot here by Tempo. A clearance goal there as he beats Cold and Icy to the ball on the back post. As we can see it there, Tempo just barely beating him. Cold and Icy not able to get a tap to try to divert it, and they do win it there. It will make it 3-1 on the game, but I do not think that's a true indication on how this game has gone, as CMU just seems to be dominating.
Well, usually when CMU will play these better teams, they're going to have 1 back, 2 up, and in this scenario, they're just having fun. They've got all 3 players up, as we're going to see Boeres with some ground control. He'll try to cut in. Cold and Icy collects for the mishap. Tempo sent that one the length of the field. Trio's going to pop this one up off the backboard. He'll drop it down for his fellow Chippewa. Cold and Icy tried to finish. He couldn't get it to go. Boeres is going to have to get back, collect his 100, recollect the team. He'll pop it up. He's got time. He's got space. Cold and Icy in the corner now. That one over to Trio. Trio in the misflip. But he'll send it back to Boeres. And in the corner now, he'll hit it all the way out. A little psycho opportunity. That one goes over Taco Bay. And CMU just having fun at this point. 2:40 left to go. This one in the far left corner. And CMU, I swear, has played this game with 12 boosts combined for the entire thing. They've been aerialing, dropping it down. Trio almost had another one there. Boeres might be able to finish. Again, dropped off the backboard.
Boeres just getting a little bit here. He's trying to form a little bit of an offense here, trying to make it 4-1. CMU, though, is running a little bit of interesting. We call this butterfly formation, where you are just going off, doing your own thing. You know that there's times you can just have fun here. They're being dominant enough. As we see Trio here going 1v1 with Tempo. He does barely miss it off the side post as Boeres is attempting to make it another one. He's going to chip it in for a position for Cold and Icy. Cold and Icy not quite able to get to it, but we do see another comeback for him as Boeres gets the attempted redirect. He isn't quite able to get it, but he does put it on the ground there for Trio. Off the post, Trio with nearly a assured goal, just barely off the post.
Here comes Colton Icy though, off the backboard, drops it for Bueras, can't get it to go. Trio's at center pitch, he's gonna pop it up, get over crowbar, tries to drop it down, flip reset, he almost has that one. That's off the left post, Colton Icy there to collect the mishap. Again off the backboard, now to Taco Bay, over to Bueras. And this is just back and forth play style. CMU won't take their foot off the gas. Bueras to Trio, Trio tried to finish, again off the left post. And it's back into the corner.
We are seeing every trick in the book come out here for CMU. Everything they haven't been able to do. As we go here on the offense, once again, we're going to see what thing they try to do this time that is new and something we really haven't seen before. As we've seen Trio really showing off his 1v1 ability here. Just a little bit of a miss here as we are into the last minute. We're seeing Colton Icy here on the approach, just getting it out at the end. The clearance is going to be needed. Tempo, not able to get a huge one. Actually tipped it to
Colton Icy, the passing play. That one goes far right off the ceiling from the backboard bounce. Bueras just misses that one. Trio trying to keep it in the zone. He does. Tempo doesn't have enough boost to aerial this one over, but he does have enough for a flick. Trio sends it the other way. Crowbar is going to try to send it into the corner. He does. Colton Icy will put that one on net. Saved by Tempo. Bueras is there to collect. Trio's on the right side wall. He'll send that one on the bump. Colton Icy tries to get this over crossbar. He does. A drop down. Trio almost has it. Bueras to finish that one off the crossbar. CMU can't get another goal, but it looks like they're not going to need it. 15 seconds left to go to send the Broncos home packing. Colton Icy on the backboard now. Dropped it in front. Trio almost has another one. Very intense play style for the last 10 seconds of this matchup. Colton Icy almost has another one off the ceiling. Bueras tries to send it home off the backboard. Trio can't get it to go, and it drops. CMU sends the Broncos home packing. The rivalry is over. CMU takes the victory. 8-2, 7-0, and finally a 3-1 win. We have to take a look at those shots, and we didn't get the last shots, but we did see Trio in just that one. 7 himself, and
that was
wow.
The most dominant 3-1 performance I think I have ever seen in my life. That was truly a performance you want to see before you go play playoffs, because of how dominant they were in the second end, how efficient they were in moving the ball up the field in the defensive end. Obviously the competition was weaker, but they were still so efficient with those one taps out of the back. And I think that's a precedent you want to set. That's like a message you want to send to the other teams, that if you guys make the errors like Western Michigan made, this is what happens, and this is what will happen to you.
Well, it's always going to happen when you're sitting at 11 shots in total on the entire 3-game series. CMU sits at 41. That's an outrageous stat line. So CMU takes an 8-2 victory the first game, a 7-0 shutout the second game, finishes it off 3-1, and in that last game you could tell they just wanted to get it over with, get out of there, because in the first 2 games you could tell they were just having a ball, having fun. The last game they were like, all right, it's time for playoffs, and so we'll see them next week for playoffs. However, we're going to get a player interview before we head out, and that was a quick 30-second match. Before we do that, let's run down quickly what we thought of that entire game.
That was a completely stifling performance on offense, completely dominant performance on defense. Western Michigan really, even in that first game where they had 2 goals, they could not get any organized play going together in that final third, where they're so important, where we saw CMU form all those goals with those taps from the corner. And I think we need to see, for them to become even more efficient in that defensive end, that ability to read the ball. We've seen Bueras have it in certain weeks. We've seen Trio, but we haven't seen the whole team sort of have it and come together with that just general
player interview. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Assuming you want Trio?
We'll just ask him who wants to. Welcome back inside the Student Activity Center here in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. My name is Parker Morrison alongside Colton Icy, one of the great players on this Central Michigan team. You guys dominated the Broncos today in a 3-0 game series. Your shots in favor were 41-11, and that's just absolutely unheard of. You guys won 8-2, 7-0, and then a 3-1 respectively to game 1, 2, and 3. Talk us through what was going through your guys' head. How fun was it to be CMU's biggest rival in this dominating of a performance?
So we did know coming into it that Western wasn't quite up to par with a lot of the other teams in our conference. I believe their record's pretty low down there with only 1 or 2 wins, I believe.
Yeah, 1-7 as our per record.
Yeah, so 1 win with them. We kind of knew that we had an advantage going in there. I don't know. We just really wanted to beat Western. Last year, they were a lot more competitive. This year, we absolutely smeared them. So it was fun to play, really.
Yeah, well, you guys are now 3-0 in your last 3 games, coming off Stony Brook and then also giving Old Dominion their first loss of the campaign, making them 7-1, and then coming in here and absolutely wiping the floor with the Broncos. So what does that mean for the morale of the team going into playoffs?
Yeah, we were just talking about this. We look back on it, and with our scrim included before this match today, we are 11-0 in our last 11 matches that we've played. We are currently looking forward to the Pro Football Hall of Fame for the ESC playoffs in Canton, Ohio. So we're just kind of game planning for that, finding out who's available to go. Do we need a sub? So it'll be interesting to watch the roster for playoffs.
Good luck in playoffs, and congratulations on what was one of CMU's most dominating seasons so far for Rocket League. And that will conclude the regular season here at Central Michigan for this semester. But don't go anywhere, because playoffs will be coming up soon. And then after that, we've got a whole second semester of Rocket League for you guys. So thank you for tuning in this entire semester. Don't go anywhere for playoffs, as CMU hopes to dominate just as they did today. Thank you guys for watching. This has been CMU Esports.